In a world threatened by the dark god Unicorn and his minions, Noah, a young man struggling to support his family, finds himself thrust into an epic battle alongside the Autobots and Maximals. As they race to protect the trans-warp key and prevent Earth's destruction, Noah's courage and determination may hold the key to saving humanity. Little does he know, a new mission awaits him, as he receives a mysterious proposition from the enigmatic G.I. Joe organization. The movie starts with the appearance of Unicorn, a huge evil god known for devouring planets. In the first scene, Unicorn focuses on the Maximals, a technologically advanced group of Cybertronians who can transform into animals. Unicorn's main objective is to obtain the trans-warp key, a powerful technology that controls space and time, giving him control over the entire multiverse. To carry out his evil plan, Unicorn sends his minions, the Terrorcons and Predacons, led by a powerful robot named Scourge. Appalink, the noble leader of the Maximals, and his comrades face this imminent threat and embark on a brave mission to protect the trans-warp key. However, as the Maximals become trapped, Appalink realizes that sacrifices must be made. Choosing to protect the key at any cost, he selflessly offers his own life and instructs Primal and the other Maximals to escape to another planet with the valuable artifact. Meanwhile, Appalink engages in a fierce battle against Scourge, fully aware of the latter's enhanced strength granted by Unicorn. Motivated by the urgency to preserve the key, Appalink accepts his destiny and sacrifices himself. Fortunately, Appalink's sacrifice proves worthwhile as Primal and the remaining Maximals successfully escape the planet through a portal that takes them to Earth. Enraged by their escape, Unicorn unleashes his fury on the planet, consuming it entirely and fueling his insatiable hunger for power. The story fast-forwards to 1994 in Brooklyn. There was a young man named Noah Diaz who used to work in the military. Noah lived with his mother and younger brother, Kris, in a poor family. Kris was very sick and needed medical attention. Another person in the story was Elena, a young archaeologist who worked at a museum in New York. One day, Elena came across a statue of an eagle with a strange writing on it. She had never seen this statue before, and even her boss, Jillian, didn't know where it came from. At the same time, Noah went to the hospital to check on Kris. Unfortunately, he couldn't take Kris to the examination room because he hadn't paid the hospital bill. Noah had no choice but to take Kris back home. Before going home, Noah tried to attend a job interview for a security guard position. However, when he arrived, he was told that the interview was cancelled because the company considered him irresponsible based on his job record. Noah felt humiliated and left feeling upset. Later that night, Elena was excitedly explaining about the eagle statue to Jillian, but Jillian wasn't interested and left. Elena noticed that Jillian had left her coat behind, and she found a keycard to the laboratory in the coat pocket. She took the opportunity to examine the eagle statue using the keycard. Unfortunately, the statue was accidentally destroyed by a scanner beam, revealing a piece of the trans-warp key inside. The key emitted a special light that only the Cybertronians could see. This attracted the attention of the Autobots, including Optimus Prime, Bumblebee, and RC, who had been stranded on Earth for millions of years. At the same time, Noah's friend, Reek, convinced him to steal a Porsche 911, which turned out to be another Autobot named Mirage. Mirage suddenly woke up and realized that Optimus Prime had summoned him to a gathering. Meanwhile, Noah was terrified and couldn't get out of the car. A security guard appeared and asked him to get out of the car, but Noah was too scared to respond. Mirage decided to rescue Noah by driving away with him inside the car, leading to a high-speed chase with the police. Reek chose to run away, leaving Noah and Mirage to deal with the police. Eventually, Mirage used his illusions to escape from the police. He took Noah to a secluded place where the Autobots gathered. Despite Mirage's playful behavior, Noah was still afraid, especially when Optimus Prime, Bumblebee, and RC arrived. Optimus Prime had a negative view of humans because he believed they were cunning creatures. However, he allowed Noah to live because there were more important matters to address. The Autobots held a meeting to discuss finding the trans-warp key, but they knew they would be hunted by humans if they were caught. Mirage came up with an idea to use No's help since he was not a robot and could easily infiltrate the museum without raising suspicion. To convince Noah, Mirage offered to sell him for a large sum of money. Noah finally agreed to help the Autobots. On their way to the museum, Noah asked why Optimus Prime seemed grumpy. Mirage explained that the real Optimus Prime was not like that but felt guilty for leaving the stranded Autobots on Earth. He felt responsible for returning them to their planet. As they approached the museum, Mirage transformed into a freight truck to pass through the gate. Meanwhile, Scourge, who had also arrived on Earth, cut off the museum's electricity from a distance. This made it easier for Noah to infiltrate the building. Inside, Noah encountered Elena, who hadn't left yet. Noah tried to convince Elena to give him the trans-warp key, explaining that it came from another planet. However, Elena thought Noah was a robber and a fight broke out between them. Suddenly, an explosion occurred, convincing Elena that Noah was telling the truth. She chose to run away and handed the trans-warp key to Noah. On the other hand, Scourge sent the Terrorcons to finish them off. At first, Elena wanted to run away alone, but the Terrorcons found her. Noah saw her in danger and decided to help her. Outside the museum, there was a big fight between the Autobots and the Terrorcons. Finally, Scourge managed to deactivate Bumblebee and took the trans-warp key with him. Suddenly, a laser beam came from the sky, and it was Airazor, one of the Maximals who escaped to Earth. Sadly, Scourge avoided the beam and ran away. Airazor then gathered the Autobots, along with Noah and Elena. Airazor explained everything about the trans-warp key and said they still had a chance to change the situation. The key taken by Scourge was only a part of it, and the other part was somewhere else on Earth. Luckily, Elena had researched the symbols from the eagle statue and discovered that the other trans-warp key was in a temple in Peru. Noah decided to join the Autobots to protect his family on Earth. Airazor asked Elena to join them too because she was the only one who could guide them to the other half of the trans-warp key. After considering it, Elena agreed to be their guide. Before leaving for Peru, Noah took the time to say goodbye to Kris because the journey would be dangerous. While talking with Kris, Mirage was caught eavesdropping, and Kris saw the Autobot figure. Kris felt sad because his brother would be going far away, but he asked Mirage to take care of Noah. The next day, Noah, Elena, and the Autobots departed on a cargo plane called Stratosphere. On the way, Noah convinced Elena to destroy the trans-warp key as soon as they found it because if the key disappeared, Unicorn wouldn't be able to destroy the Earth. However, Elena was worried because the Autobots wouldn't be able to go home without it. Nevertheless, Noah believed that eliminating the key was the best option. At least, the Autobots could still live on Earth. When they arrived in Peru, they met Wheeljack, the local Autobot, who showed them the direction to the temple Elena mentioned. However, the temple was surrounded by a lively folk festival. Noah volunteered to go to the temple and took Elena as his guide, while the Autobots guarded from a distance. To defend himself, Mirage gave Noah a communication radio that could be used as a weapon. Soon after, Noah and Elena managed to sneak through the crowded folk festival and finally reached the temple. There, Elena found a circle with the Maximals symbol. When she looked at it, she discovered that the circle could move. When Noah saw this, he helped Elena rotate all the symbols, which opened a secret passage underground. They went down and found a chest. Elena thought the chest would hold the key, but it only contained the same symbols as Airazor. To remember it, Elena drew the symbols on her hand. Suddenly, one of Scourge's monsters appeared. They called Mirage and the other Autobots for help. It turned out the monster was a trap set by Scourge to lure the Autobots. Meanwhile, Noah accidentally destroyed the monster robot using Mirage's weapon. He realized the radio could also be used as a weapon. Optimus Prime and the others led Scourge away from the town to protect people. They fought Scourge, but Airazor was hit by a corrupting device while trying to shoot him. Scourge decided to let the Autobots go, believing Airazor would join him soon. Noah and Elena came out of the underground. While waiting for the Autobots, they heard a strange sound from the forest. It was the other stranded Maximals on Earth. Luckily, the Autobots arrived to rescue them. Optimus Prime was ready to attack Primal, but Airazor stopped him. Airazor explained that Primal and the others were not evil. Primal took them to a local village where the trans-warp key was kept, guarded by the tribes for centuries. They stayed in the village at night, guarding the trans-warp key. Optimus Prime wanted to revive Bumblebee, but they didn't have enough energon. Primal assured Optimus Prime that humans could be trusted. Elena woke up in the morning to a strange sound. It was Eraser, corrupted by Unicorn after being shot by Scourge. The Autobots and Maximals prepared to fight. Primal entrusted the trans-warp key to Noah while they dealt with Eraser. Noah considered destroying the key to save Earth, but changed his mind out of sympathy for Optimus Prime. Elena took the key, but Eraser appeared and kidnapped her. Primal was desperate to fight Eraser, but she pleaded with him to kill her and save Elena. Meanwhile, Scourge collected the 2 parts of the trans-warp key and created a portal to Unicorn. Optimus Prime felt guilty for Noah and humanity, knowing the end of the world was near. However, Noah didn't give up and wanted to deactivate the portal. Elena had the access codes and drawings from Eraser's body to guide them. Primal explained the plan. Noah and Elena would turn off the key while the Autobots and Maximals fought Unicorn's minions. Noah and Elena tried to reach the key through a small tunnel, with Mirage distracting Scourge. Unfortunately, Scourge caught Noah and knocked out Mirage with a powerful attack. After a short while, Unicorn came closer to Earth and was going to devour it. When Earth was on the brink of destruction and Mirage was dying, Noah heard a noise coming from Mirage's body. It turned out to be Kris making the sound. Kris encouraged Mirage and his older brother to rise again and save Earth. Thanks to Kris and Noah, Mirage was revived. Mirage then asked Noah for support so he could stand up. Noah agreed, and Mirage transformed into an exosuit for him. Together, they fought against Scourge. Optimus Prime also joined the battle by climbing onto the bridge. Suddenly, the trans-warp key released a lot of energon, reviving Bumblebee. He quickly joined the fight to help his friends. In an aerial battle, Bumblebee easily defeated one of Scourge's minions. Meanwhile, Elena silently approached the key. She opened her book to turn it off. While Elena tried to stop the portal, the Autobots and the Maximals continued fighting before Unicorn reached Earth's surface. Unfortunately, Scourge destroyed the lock, preventing Elena from completing her mission. The only way to save the world now was to destroy the trans-warp key so that Unicorn couldn't reach the surface of Earth. Optimus Prime decided to sacrifice himself and ordered all the Autobots and Maximals to leave immediately. The portal would be destroyed soon. With all his strength, Optimus Prime destroyed the key. After the trans-warp key was destroyed, the entire portal was sucked into Unicorn's body. Optimus Prime had accepted that it was his last day, but Noah and Primal came to save him. Thanks to the teamwork of the Maximals, Autobots, and humans, the world was finally saved from the apocalypse. In the end of the movie, Noah was seen wearing a suit, preparing to apply for a job as a security guard. Before his interview, he saw Elena, who had become a famous archaeologist on TV. He felt proud and happy for her. Shortly after, he was interviewed by a mysterious man. The interview started normally until the man asked Noah to save the world, handing him a business card with a G.I. Joe symbol on it.